ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7-Figure Fashion Business Podcast,
where we talk about the fashion industry and how to get your fashion business to 7 figures.
From manufacturing strategies, cut and sew designers, to fashion hot topics and the latest fashion trends, I'm your host, Monica Monique.
And I'm your host, XYZeee. And let's jump into today's episode.
Okay. All right, guys. Welcome to episode 3.
I was about to say.
You was about to say 3? Oh, great minds think alike. How's your day?
Today was good. I'm inspired. You got to really get up and just do like everything you said that you want to do in life.
Mm-hmm.
Just get up and do it.
Yeah.
So it's amazing being here. Like I feel like, wow. Like I believe. Like
you believe?
Yeah.
Like you're getting up and doing?
Mm-hmm. My morning was great. I made breakfast. So that's probably why I felt good, because I ate.
Yeah. And you usually don't?
Usually don't eat.
I feel
How's your day?
About to say, now that I know that there's ants on the table, I'm like trying to close up the grapes. I don't want them to take the grapes. My day was good. I woke up pretty late. I think around 10 a.m.
When you text me?
Yeah. When I text you, rise and shine. But I love late mornings where I can just relax. Like I don't have a whole bunch of stuff on my calendar to do. Mm-hmm. I just sleep in for a little bit longer. But it was good. I got up, got ready for today, got some gas, put the gas in my car. Was confused about how gas pumps work.
Why?
Because I had paid inside like $65 because I had like a quarter tank. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna just like put 65 on number 8. Mm-hmm. But I have never paid inside and then it run out before it hit the money. So it filled up at $60. So then I'm like, all right, do I gotta do I get my $5 back?
Like,
like,
get your money back.
Yeah. I was like, or is it just gone? Like, is it a donation? So I was just like, but then on the machine it was like, oh, your change is inside. So then I was like, okay, because like literally the whole time that I've had a car, 9-10 years, who knows? I've never had that happen.
That happened to me.
So that happened to you recently, or
a long time ago? It happened to me twice.
Oh, okay.
One time I was putting the gas in the
what?
In the gas can.
In the gas can.
You know how you run out of gas? You gotta go to the gas station.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that. I put like $20. I said 20 or something.
Oh wow!
And I was trying to put $20 in it, but it really only take $5.
Right.
So I had to go back and get my money back.
Okay.
Then the next time, it was the very first time, I was filling up somebody's car. Like I was returning a car.
Okay.
And I'm like, let me put the gas in there.
Okay.
And it was too much.
Okay. I don't know why you would put $20 in that little jar. Like, what? Yo, that's funny.
Hilarious.
This episode, we're going to talk about prom season and...
Prom
just ended. For those of you who don't know, that is our specialty in my store for sure. Prom season every year is the craziest season. Yeah. That's where we get most of our business from. I would say prom season is where I get 70% of my store sales for the year, and the rest is the store, like the main store. So let's jump into it.
I think prom season is amazing.
Amazing, just in general.
Take away the interaction with the customers. You just deal with, like, everybody is under pressure, under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So
you just deal with a lot.
Yeah.
Plus, you're under pressure because you have to make everybody's dress.
Yeah.
So despite that, other than that, like, I love it. I think
despite everything involved, you love it.
I think that it's amazing. It's beautiful.
How do you feel like this prom season went at the store?
It was like crazy watching you make gowns.
Crazy in what way?
Like, it was like amazing, inspiring to see. You just
like it was amazing to watch me work.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It was like you just was like, gotta go make this dress.
Yeah.
Went down to the cutting table.
Yeah. Every day, every other hour.
Came back up.
Whole dress done.
Yeah. Came back up an hour later on a mannequin.
Right.
Beautiful. Like,
yeah.
Like so nice. And you didn't complain. You didn't.
Yeah, because ain't no point in complaining. It got to get done.
Yeah.
Like, complaining takes too much time.
Yeah.
Like, I could be working. So.
I just feel like next year, we should, like, more preparation, more thought out.
Yeah. Oh, next year it's not going to be the same at all.
Yeah.
Next year is going to be...
Not even dare make a dress. Like, definitely, like, a manufacturer. Like, it's so much money in prom.
It's so much money.
You can literally get rich. You could work. You could work prom season and not work for the rest of the year.
That's, you know what? I'm actually coming out with a course, and my course is going to be called 6-Figure Prom Season.
Yeah.
And it's like how to make 6 figures within that 3 months. Yeah. And then vacation for the rest of the year.
So much money.
So much money. And you know what? I think the reason why is because it's not just on one person to make the purchase. Like, the person who's wearing the prom gown is not making the purchase. It's the mom and the dad. Sometimes it's the mom and the aunt.
Right.
Sometimes it's the girl and the cousin. Right. You know, but it's a family effort to get them off to prom. Yeah. So I think that's why it works. Yeah. And even like with people saying, oh, the recession is coming, you know, inflation and all these other things. Are you worried about your business? I ain't worried. Because between them, their grandmom, their cousin, their uncle, they going on prom. They've been harassing their family all year about prom. They've been talking to their cousins. They've been crying to their dad about how they want this dress all year. Right. So they're going to make it work. I've had customers who they come in, okay, you know, oh, me and my cousin is going to put the first $400 down, and then my mom and my aunt, they're going to put the second $400 down. Or, like, it's a family effort. Yeah. So that's why I'm never usually concerned or worried, especially about, like, that part. How do you feel about, like, the process of acquiring customers, or should I just walk people through it? I can walk y'all through it for a second. Yeah. All right. So for me, for you guys who don't know, I've been doing prom season since I went on prom. The first gown that I ever made was my prom dress. And ever since then, gowns and prom season has been my specialty, my focal point. For me, the way I do prom season is when a client comes in, either they send me their inspiration or they ask for a custom sketch design for their gown. Once we go from there, we pick the gown, then I give them the price. Let's just say the price is $1,000. Let's just keep it an even number. If the gown is $1,000, you have to do 50% down before I start and 50% when it's finished. I am not starting on the order unless you put 50% down. I'm not. You can put $200 down if you want. Just know I'm not starting until $500 is down. I'm not buying the fabric. I'm not purchasing. I'm not making the pattern. I'm not doing the measurements until 50% is down. And for me, it keeps it super straight to the point. I have seen other designers be like, oh, I let my customers do 25% here. And then if they want, they could just do another 100 or da-da. And then by the end, you don't even remember how much you told them for the gown because you was like nickel and diming it with the customer the whole way. That makes it confusing for you. And that gives the customer an opportunity to finesse you like, oh, well, it was only $300 left. But because you wasn't really keeping track of how much they was giving you and all the different payments, you just be like, oh, I guess 300 sounds right, you know, whatever. But their balance could really be 600 or 450 or whatever. So yeah, so I do 50-50. And if you want to do 100%, you could do 100%, but that's the only other option. Like, you either do 50% or 100%. Right. That's it. After that, I schedule their fittings. A lot of designers don't do this as well, and I feel like that's where y'all get messed up and behind on orders, and then that's how customers come in and y'all don't even know what order they're talking about. It's because you never scheduled a fitting, and you never put it on the calendar, you never wrote it down, so you thought in your mind you was going to remember that customer or that order, or no. You don't have space, and you don't even want to waste the space in your brain to try to remember, oh, what was this girl's name? What day was she supposed to come in? So I don't do none of that. Once you do the 50% down, I'm taking your measurements. I'm getting your first, your last name, your phone number, the high school you go to, because God forbid anybody at your school could show up with your same gown. So I'm getting the high school. I'm taking a picture of the sketch and I'm putting it on the file with that. I do everything through Google Suite. So my calendar is a Google Calendar. In the Google Drive, I put folders, Prom 2022, Prom 2021, Prom 2020. So I can see everybody's order from each year, and I can pull up the picture of their gown, how much they paid, the day they paid, the sketch, all that stuff, under their names, under the folder of prom and what year. So I try to keep everything extremely organized because I don't have time to waste. Especially at this point where I've been doing it so long, I've already learned my lessons. Yeah. And for the most part, it's rude to not keep track of people's orders. And I think that's what other designers don't understand. It's like you taking $500 from a customer, but you can't remember what fabric they getting. Right. That's inconsiderate. That's somebody's whole check. That could be their last money that they had. Like, you're inconsiderate if you have them show up and you ain't even start their dress. Right. And you ain't even remember. So yeah, no, we ain't doing that. So after I have all your information on file, your measurements, your order, your gown, we're setting up that fitting that day. So your first fitting, like say you come in on February 1st, your first fitting might be March 15th. And then your second fitting might be April 15th. But at your second fitting, you're pretty much done. Because at the first fitting, you're trying on the base of the gown, and then maybe it doesn't have the rhinestones on yet, or maybe it doesn't have the hem on the finish yet. Maybe it doesn't have the zipper in either. But the whole base of the gown is done, so you can see, okay, I like the way it's fit, or this is a little too long, can you make it shorter, or you know what, I think I want a V-neck instead of a crew neck, whatever. But that's all at the first fitting. So by the time you get to the second fitting, you've already seen the dress, you've already seen the fit, I've already pinned it on you, and now mostly everything else is done. And if anything more needs to be done after the second fitting, that might be a week later. So say the second fitting is April 15th. Your pickup is probably like April 20th. And then you're good to go. At April 20th, you pay your final deposit, you pick up your gown, you live a happy life. For real. That's how it should go. For me, because I have over 100 orders every year, and that's including alterations. Right. Because let's say custom orders, I might have 85. But alteration orders, like girls who just drop off their prom dress that they bought from somewhere else and they need a lower back or a zipper or it to be bigger or longer, just little alterations, that puts me over 100 gowns during prom season. Because I'm always accepting little stuff because people be coming in there crying. Yeah. If you can't do this, everybody else let know. And don't be like me. Don't accept the sob stories. Because it just puts more pressure on yourself. Like, you already working with a small time frame. And it would just make it even smaller because you told this girl mom who was crying that you would take off the strips for her.
It is dramatic during prom, too.
Dramatic. Sometimes it's not even like the prom girls. It's the parents. It's the moms.
It is the moms.
The moms are overwhelmed and hyperactive and have anxiety and are reliving their youth through the daughters. They are. They come. I've had I had a mom this year.
God. She was
She was what? The silence. I had a mom this year who spoke to me in such a derogatory tone every time she came into the store. It was frustrating. I had to eventually tell her about herself because there's only so many times where somebody can speak down to you like you're their personal slave. Right. To where you can accept it. And I do believe that as a business owner, you should be professional and kind at every appointment to every person, no matter how they speak to you. Mm-hmm. So I professionally and kindly told her to F off. She just every time she did a fitting, it was like with her daughters. Yeah. Plural. So if she's listening, I mean, she was Was she the only one with?
Hopefully she don't come back. Cause was that their senior prom or their junior prom?
I think I told her she cannot come back. Like, yeah, that was their senior prom.
Okay.
But it was a lot of, do you know what you're doing? Did you see this? I sent you this picture. Did you see the picture?
That's
I'm going to circle it.
annoying.
I'm going to zoom in. She sent me a picture of the same gown zoomed in at different angles 17 times within 1 week. And she called me at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I just had a thought. Mind you, I didn't pick up. She left me a voicemail. I just had a thought. If you could just add more rhinestones here, if you could just do this there, or I know we said royal blue velvet, but what about cobalt blue? I know it's only a shade lighter, but what if we change it to this? And ma'am.
That's annoying.
Super annoying.
Like, you just saying it just made me annoyed.
Yeah. It's like, and at the end, and of course, you know, because all of this was, a lot of people, not even a lot of people, some people like to put on a show and act like they're not satisfied with something just so that at the end they can ask for a discount. Mm-hmm. So a lot of it, I kind of felt like, okay, you just want to, this is the setup for, can I have $100 off? Can I have $200 off?
Right.
And so she going to act like she not satisfied. Exactly. And that's what she did at the end. And I was like, oh, because she was like, yeah, can I just have $200 off? Because I just felt like you weren't really listening to me. Okay. I felt like you weren't listening to me, and I felt like you didn't understand the design concept that we were going for. So I feel like because I had to keep talking to you that I should have at least $200, $300 off. And I was like, oh yeah, it could definitely be like $200, $300 off. But then it's like extra $50 every time you insult me. So that brings it up $2,000. Like, that's literally what I said to her. I was like, so the new amount is $2,000. Because every time you spoke down to me or asked me if I could see something, like every time when I did a fitting with one of the daughters, it would be like, oh, but you see how the diamond is like here in the picture? Like, I need more diamonds here. I'm like, yes, miss, the gown isn't done and the diamonds are put on last because we need to make sure it's a gown that she fits first. And once it's a gown that she fits, then we can add on all the extra stuff. Oh, okay, because I wasn't sure because this doesn't look like like, yeah, every time you said that, every time you sent me the same picture over again, it's an extra $50. So like when you zoomed in and circled, that was an extra $75. Anytime you text me after business hours, it's an extra $100. So you up to $2,300 now? And your balance was only what, $1,200? Yeah, so I'm gonna need you to come up off it. And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry if you felt like I didn't appreciate your hard work. I didn't mean to insult you or speak to you in a dark. Yes, you did, ma'am. Yes, you did. You meant to be insulting. Even her daughters were like, I'm so sorry. My mom is talking like this. Because I would be like in the fitting with the daughter, fixing or pinning the back of the dress, and the mom will be standing over top of me like, are you gonna put that right there? I'm literally just putting a pin in because it needs to be tighter. Oh, okay, because I didn't know if you saw what I saw when I saw it. But we all got eyes. And when the mom would step away, the daughter would be like, I'm so sorry.
And the dress was like nowhere near finished. Like, I feel like customers, they come into the fitting and they think that
the dress finished.
It's finished.
Yeah.
Remember that girl came in, black dress, it was her junior prom. Short, it had the train and it had the diamond piece. It was her first fitting. I don't think he was there.
Maybe I wasn't.
He wasn't, but she came in, she tried it on, she's like, where's the diamond piece? It was her first fitting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did you think that the diamond piece was going to be
But the crazy thing is that anytime
your first fitting.
Anytime I take a new order, I explain to them the process.
Yeah.
Because I know some people have never had items made before. So every time you come out, I'm saying, hey, your first fitting will be this day. You're going to have a second fitting. At your first fitting, you're just trying on the base of the gown. We're making sure it fits properly. The length, everything is perfect. And then the last minute details like diamonds or feathers are added by the time you have your second fitting. And then it's done. I say that when they place the order.
And then you need
and then they still have questions, which is fine if people have questions. I just don't like for people to be insulted or act like we don't speak English.
Right.
That's just the only thing that I just be like, okay, I know I said this, but I mean,
that lady was a Gemini though.
I'm just not even going to address this. I'm not going to address this crowd.
She was a Gemini, so I'm not surprised. That's why you got to get into your zodiac sign so you can learn like who.
I'm going to cut off this podcast right now if you keep talking about zodiac signs. No.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I'm not.
You would have been.
I would have been better off if I had read her tarot cards. Okay.
You would have been more prepared to deal with.
No.
They're like that. They're very. They have really bad anxiety. And like, no, for real. Like, I'm not surprised that she was acting like that.
Okay. All right.
Like, I understand her more. Now, when I learned her.
When I learned her sign, I realized.
While she was acting like that, it made a lot of sense.
It doesn't matter to me, though. Like, I speak money and kindness and abundance and, just not being rude. Right. Just don't be rude.
She was very, like, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah. Just like, and I've had a couple situations. Oh, my goodness. So let's go into the young girl. Remember, she got an attitude with me, and the other girls in the store was like, "What's wrong with her?"
Yeah.
I have situations where people like to talk to me, and maybe because I'm, part seamstress, that means part slave or part servant. I have situations where people like to speak down to me as if they have a right to, as if it is like their position.
Right.
They are massa.
And then it's crazy coming from. Okay, we talked about the crazy moms. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy having a teenager talking to you.
Talk to you like that.
Any kind of way.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, like child. Sweetie. Baby girl.
I understand it's your big day, but...
But I'm an adult and you're a child.
Yeah. And you can't, like...
The craziest part of it is everybody goes home with a prom dress that they love and go on to have a dream gown, dream event. Mm-hmm. And that's the crazy part to me is like, girl, at the end of the day, you gonna look like Beyonce. Mm-hmm. My whole job is to make you look like the celebrity of your dreams. Right. My whole job is to make sure you leave here with a gown that you love, with an item that you love, that you go on to have a night that you want to relive for the rest of your life.
Right.
And I always achieve that because if I gotta stay up overnight to finish a gown or to redo a gown, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
If I gotta put a different diamond piece on just so your mom don't keep crying on my phone,
right,
I'm gonna do it. Because at the end of the day, I want the customer to be satisfied and I want you to go out and have the time of your life.
Right. I think
so. And that's no matter how you treat me for the most part.
Right.
I have my limits, but like it's hard for me to get to that limit even because I'm a nice person.
Yeah.
So
I think next year we need like consultations. Mm-hmm. We have consultations. But consultations where we really just explain everything in like the contracts, like have everything written out.
Yeah, I've thought about that. I just find that people get scared when they see contracts. Like if I try to do a contract for each prom gown, watch people be like, "Oh, I don't know if I can sign here. I don't know. Maybe I should go over."
Even if you just email it to him real quick or give
him
on
the
a
receipt.
Link. Give him a link.
On the receipt, it says no refunds.
No, not even the refund part. Just explain like everything.
Yeah, I mean it's also on the wall.
Everything, and then have them sign it. And then another thing is take away your personal number and your direct number.
My personal number isn't on there. My business number is on there.
Or like make it harder for them to contact you.
I won't be there next year. They won't be able to contact me. They'll contact you.
Oh no!
But no, they don't have my personal number. That's on the store number where she was texting all that. It's just that I can see the store number text messages on my regular phone.
Yeah.
So really, she wasn't even texting me. She was texting the store number.
Right.
But I can still see it on my phone. If I checked my phone at night and I saw that somebody texted the store or called the store, I can still see that they did so. Dag, I was thinking about something. Oh, the girl who got the attitude, the teenager. I forgot what she said.
She was like, when she was in the store the very first time, she was mad at the train. She talked about it don't look like the picture is not dramatic enough like the picture.
No, when she got the attitude, she came into the store. I think
I wasn't there, or was I there?
You was there. It was a comment. Basically, you guys, this teenage girl who, of course, all prom customers are teenagers. But what happened was she came in the store and she got an attitude with me and she was like, oh, well, I need this to be done by this certain time because I'm the most important or whatever. And at the time, another prom client was sitting down.
Oh, okay.
At the time, another prom client was sitting down and she was just like, why that girl come in here and talk to her like that? Like, she's so rude. Like, why would she even do that? Either way, at the end of the day, there was a fitting further than that the next day with the client and her grandmother. And at the time, and this was when you weren't there.
I was there.
No. I'm talking about the time when her and her friend were high-fiving each other for speaking to me like a slave.
Oh, wow.
Basically, what happened was when she was doing her fitting, mind you, now the gown is the gown that she loved. She appreciated and loved all the alterations, whatever. I can't say appreciated. She did not appreciate anything. But anytime, like, she was like, oh, can I have a hook and eye on the back of the zipper? And I'm like, yeah, of course. You can have a hook and eye on the back of the zipper. And she was like, oh, yeah, because you wouldn't have done it if I didn't say it. And then her and her cousin would high five. She was like, yeah, tell her. And then the girl was like, oh, do you see that thread right there? There's a thread. Are you going to snip that thread? Like, yeah, when it's finished. It's like, oh, okay, because who would have known if you would have done it if I didn't say it? High five. Yeah, good job. You tell her. And I was just like, y'all okay? Like, just sometimes people are strange and they talk to people in certain titles. Like, they talk down to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's something you have to deal with for prom season, and especially because...
It's not even just prom.
I think it's weddings, too. It's any big event. Yeah. Birthdays. It's any big event where the client is stressed out about being perfect.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, females. I don't know if guys are like that.
Maybe we should get into men fishing.
No. I mean, you definitely could. For me, personally...
What does that mean? What are you trying to say?
I don't like men.
Oh, okay.
They're very okay.
Yeah,
I can't say all men.
I can't get into men fashion. They would flirt with me too much.
It's too much flirting.
And I already go through a lot at work.
Exactly. It's too much flirting for me. I mean, maybe we look a certain way, but it is too much flirting for me. Oh, honey, baby, could you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Say it one more time.
It only had 29 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's too much flirting for me, especially like doing men's suiting and tailoring pants and stuff. They're like, you see how much I got down there? No, sir, I don't, and I don't care. I can't, and I'm sure that's not most men, but
right. It could be something like before they come, like no sexual harassment. Like you can like say,
yeah,
you could say stuff like that. Like
yeah. Like, as soon as you walk in, excuse me, sir, there's no sexual harassment allowed in here.
Like, I don't know, like if they book a appointment and you have a consultation. Yeah. You have like an assistant.
Like, just so you know, everybody who works here is stunning. So if you try to hit on anybody, you will be promptly kicked out. So, I don't know. But that one guy who we had as a client was super annoying to me.
He comes to my job all the time.
Oh, he's been there since the last time you told me?
He comes there all the time. Him and his friends. Yeah. He always looking at me.
And they act like that still?
Oh, all of them act like that. Ew.
Describe how they act. Very
nasty.
Nasty.
Guys are nasty.
We can't brush everybody with a broad stroke, but I don't know. These guys in particular are very like, and sweetie girl, baby girl, come here.
Is involved there, so it's like even worse. Yeah, and money. So you try to throw that money.
When he was in the store, this guy in particular, when he was in the store, it was very much like, "Oh, sweetie, can you do this alteration for me?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure. My name is Monica." Right. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, okay, honey. What about Yeah. My name is Monica though. You don't have to call me honey. It's Monica." Mm-hmm. He was like, all right, but love, could you just make sure you do? Yeah, I can. But my name is Monica, so you just gotta remember my name. It's Monica. I'm like, no, I know your name. I'm just complimenting you because you're just so beautiful, baby girl. You're so beautiful. My God. I was like, oh, okay, but my name is Monica. So I just want you to call me Monica. Let's try to work on that. Monica. That's like my name. So, but back to prom season. What do you feel like you have learned? I mean, other than work ethic, what do you feel like you learned this prom season?
I learned that that is definitely something you want to do. Like, I mean, you know how I was like, I'm sitting out of prom. I'm not doing prom. Mm-hmm. I will forever do prom.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
what was the reason you wanted to stop doing prom?
Because it was just too much pressure.
Too much pressure.
It's a lot. You got to deal with a lot. But like money wise, it's pure genius.
It's very fruitful.
Yeah.
And you know why? It is because you can charge.
Yeah.
You can charge more for the item because of the emotion that's behind it.
Yeah.
Like if you are making a regular dress and it costs you $10 to make it, you might only charge $30. But if you're making a prom dress and it costs you $100 to make it, you can charge $600.
Yeah.
Because it's so emotionally connected to the customer. It means so much more to the customer. And when you have a product that is emotionally connected to the client, they'll pay more for it. Yeah. Especially like even gowns or wedding dresses. A wedding gown is the same as a prom gown, just in all white. Yeah. But it's going to be $10K.
Yeah. But they prepare before. So they got time to pay overtime. Yes. So that's a good thing.
You want to talk about the downsides of?
Wait, what else? I think it's a pure genius. You just gotta. I think it's pure genius to get into prom. But you just have to prepare right. Yeah. Like,
what do you feel like is preparing?
Organize. Time. Don't take too much orders.
Don't take too. That's key.
Also, I think you should design stuff before.
I feel like that helped me a lot this year, like putting out designs before it started, so people
because some people don't know what they want.
They don't know what they want, and it's easy to just be like, okay, this is a gown or two that a style that most people like and love, a popular style, and then I got so many orders of the same dress.
Yeah, and then push customers to order early. Like, when did you start posting that you take a prom orders?
Probably January.
So I think starting like November.
I would say November. Yeah. I told people I'm not taking orders until November. People have already asked me about orders for next year, and I said I'm not starting taking orders for next year until November of this year.
I would start now.
I don't want to start now because I don't even know if I really want to do prom season next year. I want to do mostly manufacturing.
Yeah, manufacturing is smart. Yeah, like manufacturers a base, and then
that's the whole goal. Is out of the gowns that I sold this year, so let's say 100 gowns that I did, 50 of them were gowns that were the same look in different colors, like the same 5 looks in 10 different colors. If I had manufactured 300 of those gowns prior to, I could have just had 50 gowns in all of the in different retailers and made a lot more money just by not being the one sewing them one by one by one. So that's definitely the goal.
The downfall, I would say, is the customers, the moms, the angry.
But you take all that out once you do manufacturing. Yeah. The only thing about manufacturing for prom season is girls don't want manufacturing. Like, they don't want the gown
they don't.
to be something they can buy off a rack because they're like, oh, what if somebody else bought this?
The manufacturing is probably for like the crowd that waits last minute. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't gonna go on prom this year, but now I decided to go. Right. The manufacturing is good for those people. And the people that come early,
right,
they get.
And also the client that is going to buy an item off the rack, sometimes it's just not the Philly girl. Like, girls who live in Jersey, they just go to Lord and Taylor's or Saks, and they just buy a dress that they like. Really, like the city girls is the one, the Miami, the Detroit, the Philly, like those are the girls that's like, oh no, we going all loud. We
Yeah.
doing this. We doing that. I need to be special. Needs to be. That's the city girls.
But I
The suburb
seen-
girls, they ain't doing all that.
Yeah, I seen suburban girls,
Mm-hmm.
and they had on like regular dresses, and I
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is very like this is what prom used to be.
Yeah. What it used to be.
Now it's just like,
We profit off of it though.
yeah, I hate it.
You hate it.
Yeah,
I love it. So I wanted to talk about taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically
during prom.
during prom season. Theo hates us. But
How did you?
how did I take care of myself?
Yes,
I didn't.
talk about how you didn't eat. Talk about how you got sick.
Child. So this was the
She
first
starved herself, y'all.
definitely started myself. This was the first year that I actually got like sick during the prom season. No, I've never been sick during prom season. I actually like came down with like the flu or COVID, who knows? But I was working up until I had 102 fever, sweating bullets.
And nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared. They're like, "Is my dress done?"
I couldn't believe it.
But can I still come tomorrow? Are you still gonna be there? I want to come at 8 a.m. Like I'm literally dying. I'm literally like sweating. It was 60 degrees in the store. I was like coughing. I was out for the count, and customers still were like, "Okay, so what day will you be back? What day are you gonna be back in? You taking tomorrow off?" Because I wanted to come and stare at my dress on the wall. Like just not even like a real thing. Like customers who didn't have fittings, who didn't need anything, were like, "Yeah, I just wanted to come in and I know you're sick, but like get up and go to work." That was very frustrating, and it did kind of make me want to be like, "All right, F all these orders. I don't want to do this anymore." But then the money called. And I picked up, but
You did good. You was only out for a day.
I was literally only out for a day.
And you came back.
I came back. My fever was 100 when I came back.
I'm surprised I didn't get sick.
I'm surprised you didn't get sick either, because you definitely didn't wear a mask and you didn't.
Maybe I got you sick.
Maybe.
Because remember I came back from Atlanta, I was sick.
No, I don't remember. You probably didn't tell me.
I had a
It
little
just was
cough.
like coughing in front of me.
I had like a little cough.
Probably
but
was
it went
like
away.
coughing on me.
And maybe it just attacked your immune system
Yeah,
a little bit.
Because I was definitely during prom season, for just me in general. If I have a lot of work to do, food is my last thought.
Yeah.
She
does not eat.
I don't have time to eat. Like I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like I'm a slow eater too. It's like I don't have 40 minutes to eat a sandwich. Like I'd rather just keep working, and then when I'm done at 9 p.m. I can have a meal.
Would you do something like come to work, give yourself a break, start working again, give yourself
Like a lunch break, like a normal person?
like a regular.
You would assume.
Would you do something like that?
Would I ever take a lunch? During prom season?
Just start preparing your day like that. Like set your day up like that.
My day should be set up like that. My day is set up like that. But for some reason, if during prom season, when I have so many orders, I'm just laser focused on powering through all the orders. Like I know that within the time frame of a lunch break, I could also get most of a gown done. Or I could get the base done to put on a mannequin for you to start doing the diamond piece. So it's just like, okay, let me just like clockwork go from step A, B, C, D, before I take a break. And then even when I have opportunities for breaks, I'm just like, oh, but I could get this done. And I don't know, that's how I feel. But I think I can't do that no more. For sure. That's a bad habit that I need to break. And I think that I learned my lesson when I got sick this year. Especially knowing how customers treat you.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care.
I feel like you learned a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
What did you?
No.
I learned a lot of lessons. Just from
What do you mean?
being there. I learned a lot of lessons.
Lessons as far as?
A lot.
A lot.
Definitely the don't cram. We was there all night.
Yeah.
Spending the night, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a bit like.
That was the first time that ever happened, I think. That we did so many overnights because we were number one, that was like right after I was sick, so that was after like the 2-3 days off, and then backed up on orders, and then I had another seamstress that I had hired for prom season that almost never came in. Never came in. So the work that I had set aside for her to do every single week never got done every single week because she never came in, always called out.
Yeah, you got to give yourself time for mess ups or like
for sure.
Stuff and like I think how you got sick, you didn't know that was gonna happen,
right?
But like if a lot of stuff was done before that one day you being sick,
right?
It wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. Instead, it set us back.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's like next year is like okay.
Yeah, and I think that.
Don't do that.
Along with that, just the frustrating part about being a fashion designer and like leading a team is hiring other seamstresses, and either they don't know what they're doing or they don't show up or they do something wrong and then you have to take it out and do it again.
Yeah,
that's hours. That's hours.
Yeah, that's a hard job to have employees. I don't think you can really have employees.
You can't. You can't. That's why it's just smarter. To move into manufacturing and do something easy. Because this is hard. Like, the gowns are hard. It's a particular specialty. You're not working with just one type of fabric or material. It's mesh, and then it's spandex, and then it's satin, and then it's zippers, and then it's diamonds, and then it's feathers, and then it's jewels, and then all of those things combine into one piece, and then it gotta be tight, it gotta be snatched, it gotta be mermaid, it gotta be long. You know, it's a lot of different.
Seamstress probably don't have experience with spandex.
Exactly,
it's a lot we learned on denim, or like
a lot of seamstresses.
It's a lot of techniques. It's so much to it.
It's a lot of techniques.
Yeah, so much just.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
So, I definitely think that was a learning lesson though. It's like the team.
Yeah.
And like what you can give to certain team members versus other team members, how you have to manage talent differently. How you have to speak to different team members in order to encourage them to do the work that needs to be done. For me, I find it helpful to express to my team, like, at the end of the day, this is my name on the brand. If you mess up,
right,
I'm the one that gets dragged. You know, like if you leave a pin or a sewing needle in a dress, they're not going to ask for Emily.
Right.
They're going to say Monica messed up.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that expressing that to team members helps them realize, like, okay, I gotta step my game up a little bit because I don't want her or the store to suffer because I'm not checking all of the dots. So I do feel like that's helpful.
That's at any establishment, though.
You think? Because I think if you work at Walmart, people don't care. Like the associates.
I don't know. Like working at the bar. If we mess up.
Yeah.
At the
really?
server,
in a bar?
At the server, as a server, we mess up. They like, oh my God, I don't want to go there no more because they mess up. Or if the kitchen mess up, I don't want to go there no more because they food nasty.
Right.
Or like it's really anywhere.
Maybe it's anywhere. Maybe it's anywhere. But I definitely feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like anybody's dragging one particular person when it comes to a website. When you're a fashion designer,
right.
It's just like.
But we don't know what fashion designers look like. We don't know what the
big brands.
Yeah, big brands. We don't know what they look like. We don't know what Fashion Nova guy look like.
I saw them.
Do you know what Schiaparelli look like? Do you know who
I know what Daniel looks like. Daniel, the current creative director.
Oh, okay.
But if I get a dress from Schiaparelli, I'm not.
Yeah, we don't know.
I'm not saying Daniel, you know. But I think when you're a smaller brand, like even think about like restaurants and stuff, like or food trucks. If you know who the owner of that food truck company is, that's who you're gonna talk bad about.
Yeah,
I feel like everybody knows I own the store.
Right. So you think it's time to take your face off the brand?
I don't even think my face isn't on the brand. The store is called Oxymoron. It's not called Monica's.
But
the website. Yeah, and then when people refer me from other stores, like, oh, Trish said, come to Monica, or such and such said, come to Monica. I be like, oh, they did? Oh, that's so nice. Like, I wish they did. But, what's our closing remarks? Let's figure it out. I guess we can end this conversation on, like, just the good things, the positive things about prom season. Yeah.
You go first.
I think the positive thing about prom season is, as a designer, you really do get to be a part of these huge moments in people's lives that they never forget. I always have people be like, "Oh, you made my prom dress." And
that's a good feeling.
Oh, you did this for my daughter. You did this for my cousin. You did I have so many people that are so excited to tell me about how their prom went. Yeah. And you really do get to be a part of these huge moments in their lives that they never forget. Like, everybody can tell you what happened on their prom. Yeah. No matter how old they are, they gonna tell you their prom story. So I do love and enjoy being a part of people's big moments.
Send pictures, videos.
Videos. And it makes it worth it too. Once they send you videos of them dancing on prom or doing all, it definitely makes it worth it. Especially because, again, it is the only, and I don't know, but for me or for smaller designers, I think it's the only type of garment that you can specialize in where you can make so much money in a small amount of time and chill for the rest of the year. Yeah. Like, if you get prom season right, if you can get customer service right, if you can speak to your clients and respond to messages and make quality gowns that follow up on your work ethic and everything, you really can make a killing in that one season and go away and come back next year. Yeah. So, what about you?
That last part.
I heard you. That last part.
Definitely do it. I said I wasn't going to do it, but next year I really want to do it. Yeah. There's a lot of money in it, and preparation is everything. Mm-hmm. It's amazing seeing people go in their prom. Yeah. What else is good about prom? I think you said everything.
Yeah. It's a good season to be part of if you're doing it right. If you're a designer who can, again, get your calendar together, if you can keep track of each order, if you can write down notes the way you're supposed to write them down under each client's name, put them in their folders with prom season, separate them from custom orders, from birthday orders, if you can actually manage your calendar to be 3 to 4 days a week and put each fitting 2 hours apart, if you can actually set up the system in order to organize it, you'll make a killing. And just also be gracious and kind. Some people have never had items custom made before. Yeah. And they might ask questions that you yourself think is dumb. Yeah. Don't let the customer think that you think they're dumb. Mm-hmm. Be kind, be gracious, be thoughtful, because they are spending their last on this.
I feel like I got that this year. Like, it was a lot of girls there that never got. Of course, they wouldn't because they're so young. Mm-hmm. But it just wasn't the type of girls to get. I can't explain it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But, all right, guys. So, we appreciate you for listening to this episode.
Episode 3.
Yes, and we want to say, make sure you count your blessings before you count your money. Stay paid, though.
Bye.
Bye. Hi guys, so if you made it to the end of this episode, you heard me mention the 6-figure prom season course. Now, my prom season course is going to teach you how to make 6 figures in 3 months and sleep for the other 9. So if you are interested, if you're a cut and sew designer or a fashion designer and you want to get in on this money and this is your realm, come on, join the team, join the community, and let's get to it. Now, right now, we're working on our 7 FFB platform. That's the 7-figure fashion business, where we're going to host all of our courses, products, and more. But until then, go to MonicaMoniqueShop.com and click on fashion resources. You can join the webinar, or you can go ahead and book if you are ready to book this week. Okay? Go ahead, act on it if you are feeling inspired, and I will see you there in the community. All right. Bye.